Hello everyone, my name is Fajri Shazhari. I will present about the measurement, precision and tolerance. It is impossible to produce components with dimensions that are absolutely precise, with size exactly the same as those specified in a design. This is because all production processes are imprecise to a certain extent. Therefore, the size and several components produced from the same design will vary differ. Also, the variation may only be a few hundredths of a millimeter. Size will not be 100 accurate, exact compared with the design. Because engineers know the accuracy cannot be perfect. In design, they often specify tolerance that is acceptable variation in precision. Instead of giving one precise size, a tolerance specifies a range of acceptable size and a low amount of variation. This is often given a deviation of different from a precise size. When the permissible deviation in size is very small, we say it is a tight tolerance or a close tolerance. A large permissible deviation is a loose tolerance, for example, 1. Assigning a metal component to a tolerance of plus minus 0.1 mm is relatively easy to do, so this tolerance is loose. But a tolerance of just plus minus 0.01 mm is a tight tolerance in metalworking. 2. In a concrete structure, plus minus 10 mm is a loose tolerance, but plus minus 1 mm is tight, because it is difficult to place wet concrete accurately. A linear dimension. The web page shows the key dimension of the Airbus A380 in meters, and the explanation below it describes how they are measured. In the explanation, the word plane means an imaginary surface, or not an airplane. On drawing, planes are shown as lines that indicate where dimensions are measured from the two, and are positioned to strike or touch the face or edge of the surface of component. Often, they are either horizontal planes or vertical planes. Overall length is a measurement of how long the aircraft is in total. The measurement is taken between the 2 points that are furthest apart, or the front and rear extremities, along the length of the aircraft. The length is measured along a horizontal plane. It is the distance between a vertical plane striking the front of the nose and a vertical plane striking the rear of the tail. Wingspan is the total distance spanned by both wings. The span is measured as a straight line between the two wingtips. Overall height measures how tall the aircraft is. The dimension is measured vertically between the underside of the wheel and a horizontal plane striking the top of the tail. Maximum fuselage weight is the external weight of the aircraft body. How wide it is measured horizontally between vertical planes striking the outside face of the fuselage. Maximum cabin weight sets the maximum internal weight measured between the inside face of the fuselage. The measurement is equivalent to the external weight less the thickness of the fuselage at each side of the aircraft. Level and plumb. If a surface is described as being level, this means it is both horizontal and flat or smooth. However, a surface which is flat is not necessarily horizontal. A flat surface may be vertical or inclined or sloping at an angle to the horizontal or vertical plane. Faces that are vertical, such as those of the walls of buildings, are described by engineers as being plumb. Structures that are slightly inclined from vertical are said to be out of plumb. Center line of offset. The drawing below shows the position of some holes for bolts. The distance between the holes can be shown as running dimension or as chain dimension. In both cases, the center line or CL, a line through the center of the hole, is marked or drawn, and the distance between the center lines are given. Distance between center lines are called center to center. Dimension the hole below are at 100 mm centers. Center lines are often used as reference point. These can be measured from in order to locate, that is, give the position of point on component. The measurement are offset from the center line is at a certain distance from it, and the offset are measured at a right angle to the center line. That's the presentation of the measurement I can convey. Apologize if there is a deficiency. Thanks for your attention.